Last class, we talked about how atoms make up molecules, and molecules make up the smallest functional unit of life, cells. If we look a little larger than cells, common cells make up tissue. Tissue that are common, that have similar functions, make up an organ. In this example, we have stomach cells making up stomach tissue, and stomach tissue making up an organ called the stomach, which is right over here. Oops. The stomach makes up an organ system. In this example, we have the digestive system, where this is actually the liver, this is the stomach, this is the small intestine, and this here is the large intestine. Different organ systems make up the whole organism as a whole, which is in this person over here. The digestive system, the lymphatic system, the cardiovascular system, the urinary system, all of those systems become the organism. So today, we're going to focus on mainly the cellular component, right over here. So the first thing we need to ask is, why do we have to produce new cells? Well, before we start, we must say that organisms, oops, sorry about that. Here we go. So organisms must find a way oops, still new at this. There we go. There we go. To create more of the cells they are composed of. So this here, all it says is that organisms have to make new cells. And there's two reasons why organisms have to make new cells. Well, the first reason is that it replaces cells that are getting ready to retire. Replaces cells that are ready to retire. So what do I mean by that? Well, your cells can get damaged. And how do cells get damaged? Well, you guys typically think of cells getting damaged through trauma. Whenever you get scratched, injured, cells get injured through trauma. But there's also other reasons how cells can get damaged. One way is through daily wear and tear. So, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say you have a person it's supposed to be the mouth. Supposed to draw their teeth. So let's say this person here is eating a sandwich. Let's say this is a sandwich. Let's say this person eats this sandwich. Well, the food is going to go into the person's mouth. The person chews on the food. The food then goes down into the esophagus, down through the stomach, into the small intestine, into the large intestine, and then out through the body. Well, while it's making that journey right through its body, it scrapes the intestinal tract. And in the process, cells get damaged. And they have to be replaced. Another reason why cells have to be reproduced is because of a process called growth. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say this is an egg. Let's call this a sperm. Let's say the sperm swims over and fertilizes the egg. So now you have a fertilized egg. And let's say eventually, years down the line, this fertilized egg becomes a full-grown adult. There you go. Nice smile. A bow tie. It's supposed to be a bow tie. Well, in order for this fertilized egg to become an adult, more cells have to be produced. Cells have to reproduce, and then they divide, and then you actually become an adult. If that process never happened, we would remain a fertilized egg forever. So those are just two reasons on why new cells have to be made. In the next video, we're going to talk about how that process occurs. We're going to continue and talk about the cell cycle and talk about how those new cells are being made.